Ramshousetv, Ramshousetv.
Yeah. When I'm looking for them live reactions, when I'm looking for that live reaction, when I get like go, on to catch it. Ramshousetv like magnet, and I'm attracted to that Stafford traffic, cause I'm a die-hard Rams fan, and they match my demographic. They smoking like let me have it. I'm rocking like Lenny Kravitz. My boys rap Pavy Savage, blue and yellow all day to match it. I'm fire, I bring.
What's good, Ram? It's your boy Snoop.
It's your boy Jalen.
And this is Ramshousetv. Ya geeks. What's good? You motherfucking geeks. What's going on? We back with another one.
Hey, you already know what time it is, Ramley. All season vibes. As
Yes,
we
sir.
stated.
Yes, sir.
All season vibes, major moves. Hey, we here with it.
There's a lot going on just doing this off season, man.
Hey,
It's a lot.
you already know, man. Hey, new changes to the team, man. You already know. And we appreciate everybody
Oh, yeah.
staying with us. Ramshousetv-ish.
You already know.
Day ones.
All the day was.
Follow, subscribe,
Yes.
hit that notification
Hit the
man.
bell.
You know, and before we go forward, I also want to shout out all the Rams creators, old and new,
Yes, sir.
that's out there putting out content on behalf of the Rams community. Shout out to Rams Underdog, man, a new channel out there, man. They show us love. They've been with us since day one.
Yes, sir. Shout out to them
Since
boys,
they've been
man.
getting content as far as with the Rams. Want to shout out those guys. They 6 months in. They gonna be like us.
Hey, man.
Over time. Like we started just like them,
Yes,
straight out
sir.
the mud.
Straight out the mud.
So, we want to appreciate the shout out, appreciate all the love from everybody else in the Rams community.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man.
And we definitely gonna drop their channel as well on the screen if y'all wanna go check them out. Cause they
Definitely go follow that.
Yeah.
Definitely go follow Rams Underdog, man.
Yeah.
Follow, subscribe, go check their content out, man. What are you waiting for?
Do it now.
Like, what are you waiting for? Shit.
Shout out to them boys though. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Straight up.
But yeah, man, Ramley, we are here with another episode today, and we're pretty much gonna be diving into the whole situation going on with free agency, but in particular our own free agents.
Yeah.
And our situation going into March 2nd, which I believe is the start of the new year for the league.
The new league.
But yeah, we know it's a lot of content out there. Pretty much diving into this. We're not going to really necessarily go into the numbers per se as far as with the caps and stuff, but we will go ahead and discuss everything that pertains to who we think should be brought back and
Exactly.
how things is hopefully going to shake out going forward as far as just with this team and free agency. So, I mean, what you got to add to that, Snoop?
Hey man, before we get into it, man, make sure y'all get y'all hopes up. We're gonna drop y'all some more contents, man. More dropping real soon. So keep on, fuck with your boys, man. Ramshousetv, Snoop and Jalen, man. We definitely gonna do it big. Season 6 is still loading, you geeks.
Yes, sir, man.
You already know. So
Yes, sir, you geeks.
like, comment, feel free to drop any comment y'all feel like, man. Straight up, before we get to this off-season free agency for the Rams, including the free agency that's on the market for the players. So, without further ado, Jalen, let's dive into it, my guy.
Let's dive into it, man. So, of course, we got our set of free agents that we're looking to hopefully bring back. Relatively young squad. We're sitting pretty good as far as cap. As far as the cap situation, about the halfway part, about 15th, 16th in the league, sitting at about 40 mil. There are ways where we could possibly get more cap, restructuring, possible releases.
Yeah.
And just possible moves that we could make going into the new league year. So yeah, let's go ahead and discuss one of our bigger free agents. We already discussed the Stafford shit. Me personally, I don't want to see Matthew Stafford with another team. It's rumored that he wants 50 mil. I mean, are you gonna argue that?
Why not? Why? I mean, why would you argue it? At first, when you look at it, it's like, oh, dang, he want $50 million. But I mean, shit, it's Stafford. Give him the fucking $50 million.
I mean, you're just looking at the other quarterbacks right now that's currently paid $50 million and more.
Right.
Matthew Stafford is better than probably all those guys.
All those guys, Jalen.
You
All
know,
those guys.
With the, it's just no debate about that shit. So, I mean, Matthew Stafford, like, mainly the thing with Matthew Stafford is bringing that cap hit down. It's currently sitting at about $49 million. And we want to be able to bring that down, similar to how we did with the Aaron Donald contract a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And again, Stafford is playing year by year. He's almost on a year by year basis with this team, and it really just flows off as far as the money that we give him as far as guarantees. I mean, we own $27 million, which is disgusting when you look at in hindsight of who he's been able to produce, type of guy he is.
Right.
He's one of those guys. $27 million. I mean,
come on.
Any guy with his stature should feel like he should get more.
Yeah.
So that's something obviously that they got to work out as the Rams. Obviously they made it known that Stafford going to be available, or they made it available for him to go out there and look for other deals, somewhat. To pretty much find his match, find his market value as far as what he felt like he should be paid. And, and see how that goes. See how it benefits us as far as compensation-wise. So that's a lot that's going on right now. But, again, as I state, I do not want to see Matthew Stafford in another uniform going into next year. Unless it's the Rams.
Point blank, period.
Point blank, period, man. Point blank, period.
Now, it was another thing that was saying that if we decided to actually do trade Stafford, then A-Rod said that he would like to come to the Rams and bring Davante Adams with him.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the
we don't need no monkey see, monkey do type guys. Like, we don't need guys bringing in other guys, like, especially guys that we done seen together that haven't produced anything. Like, Davante Adams, let's be real, as much as Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams have accomplished in their career, they have not accomplished nothing in my eyes. Like, nothing of substance, should I say. Like, do I really want to go down that path of having Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers take this team down? No. Do I feel like they're cancerous players like that? No, not necessarily. Like, Aaron Rodgers got to understand that this is probably his last stop.
And that's not his team.
And that's just hypothetically speaking if he does come to this team. Davante Adams, like, I would love to have a Davante Adams in this offense. I think a lot of the Ramley would love to have Davante Adams. Like,
Puka and Adams?
Minus all the other bullshit.
Yeah, all that bullshit,
like, He's skilled as fuck.
Well, of course.
And Aaron Rodgers might be able to, still produce in this offense to a degree. Like, we don't know. I don't want to know.
Me either.
And I think that's the problem with this whole Matthew Stafford thing is, like, it's out there. So, I mean, we just got to go, Ramley, we just got to go day by day, knowing that things could be good, where we could be getting progress with a contract extension with Stafford, or it could be him walking out the door, and him getting traded or whatever it may be. Just got to be prepared for it.
That's what you're saying.
Whether we like it or not. I saw Jake on Twitter, if y'all ain't following Jake Ellenbogen on Twitter, I mean, he basically stated that this could be potentially one of the worst decisions in our franchise's history. Now, I normally would agree with Jake in a lot of situations and in a lot of cases. But I wouldn't say it was is necessarily the worst decision in the world. I mean, we drafted Greg Robinson. I don't think it get no worse than that.
That was the worst decision in the world, if you ask me.
We missed out on Aaron Donald in that, in that draft. Who is to say that wasn't the worst decision in franchise history? Drafting Greg Robinson at number 2.
They haven't done shit. But
it's just, like I said, man, it's just stuff you got to figure out and stuff you got to, you just try to grasp, like, that it could be a reality. Mm-hmm. Okay? But just wanted to touch bases on the Stafford thing. I mean, he's owed $27 million, which is underpaid in my eyes for a guy like Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
Just, you know.
he definitely should get the raise.
And
He deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, no guy deserves, to be paid $50 million more than a Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's still one of the more productive quarterbacks in football. He still plays the quarterback at an elite quarterback position at elite level.
Yeah.
He's clutch. He gives you every intangible that you personally need for a quarterback, outside of the running aspect of things. But again, I mean, Matthew Stafford is top 5, top 6 quarterback still in football. I mean, we got to respect him regardless. And I mean, that's just what it is, man. Yeah. So
we just got to hear from Sean McVay and Les Snead and the front office that the deal has made. So
all right, man.
We just got to sit back and relax.
Yeah, but so our unrestricted free agents, man, currently at the moment, Albert Jackson, low, high, medium priority.
It's a priority.
How high though?
High. I mean,
is it low, medium, high?
I go with medium. I mean, if he asks for the bag, then he deserves it. But I mean, he actually did productive in his offense. If you ask me, I'll be the priority to keep him if you can get him in a cheap deal. To re-sign him back, to be reunited with the offensive line. If you have to bring Stafford back, then yeah.
I mean, statistically speaking, we definitely should bring Albert Jackson back. I mean, our offensive line clearly plays better when he's in the lineup. And I think, honestly, he outplayed his contract. He was on a 1-year tender last year. And, it was almost like a 1-year prove-it deal for him after the previous year. For him to go out there and prove that, he can man up that spot. And he was suspended the first couple games this year, but once he came back into the lineup, the offensive line, and particularly his play, was really good. And I think it's almost a high priority to be able to sign Albert Jackson back, considering the offensive line, and its youth.
Yeah. And
just the whole depth situation, and I don't know, just overall just having a guy like him at tackle, because again, Havenstein is not getting any younger. So it's good to have your left tackle at least being able to protect the blind side of a 37-year-old quarterback,
Yeah. Gotta keep him up.
I think it's a high priority. Bobby Brown, unrestricted free agent, low, medium, high.
High. He actually been good. He was the highest. He had the highest grade as a nose tackle in the league. PLF, I think it was like 90. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hell yeah, I would love to bring Bobby Brown back into this defense. He definitely was plugged in for sure, and I like how he's been playing lately, and he showed that.
I'll probably go medium. I think with the emergence of Tyler Davis in the lineup, I think it's not necessarily a priority to have to sign Bobby Brown back, but he definitely showed a lot of promise towards the end of the year in situations where we had to obviously add a lot more beef onto the defensive line. And, as far as to stop the run, he definitely came in clutch. And, minus the suspensions and the injuries, I thought Bobby Brown has been pretty solid for us, But what's his market? What's his market gonna be in free agency? I don't know. What is gonna be the starting price as far as being able to bring him back at a reasonable deal? I like his contributions on the team.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, with Tyler Davis, I mean, I feel like it's always
another guy.
I mean, that's another guy on a rookie contract that you can obviously take advantage of. As far as on his rookie contract, and Bobby Brown, we don't know what his market necessarily is going to be. So I'd say it's a medium priority, but I could still see them possibly bringing him back.
Yeah.
Jimmy G, probably not.
Nah.
I could see Jimmy G potentially hitting the market. It was definitely a situation where we obviously had to get backup quarterback.
In that matter, yeah.
And I feel like paying Jimmy G is not the answer. I feel like going out there and potentially drafting a quarterback could be. Still got Stetson Bennett. I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't know what progression he's making, but
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
So, I'm guessing, Jimmy G is probably gonna be, not on this team. So I'm definitely gonna put that at low priority.
So that will leave us to Stetson Bennett.
Well, I mean, like I said, man, we draft a guy. Possibly a bridge, not necessarily a bridge quarterback, but just like a quarterback that kind of have at least a foundation in an event that Stafford does go down or stuff happens.
Right.
Because our situation going forward can be a lot, be even more promising, with the contracts and things like that. We're going to have cap, but the thing about that is players going to want to come to teams that's either going to pay them the money or have a quarterback in place.
Of course.
And gotta have that,
Gotta have the quarterback and the coach.
Yeah. John Johnson, Killer Witherspoon. Look, I feel like Spoon definitely worked his way into staying on this roster at least for another year.
He can stay another year.
With Spoon, I think, he definitely proved a lot last year. His play definitely improved down the stretch. I could definitely see Spoon coming back. John Johnson I'm not sure about John Johnson.
I don't know.
With the depth that we got at safety,
I think we're good.
And and just his overall just availability at times, like I can see John Johnson potentially being let the walk. You know? And like I said, we brought John Johnson back anyway, like on just a small time contract. Again, just to add experience in that secondary room, but it was clear that the safeties was handling their own.
Yes,
Cam Kitchens, Jalen McCullough, Cam Curl. So shout out to those guys. They held it down. Michael Hoyt also is unrestricted.
I feel like we should
I think a lot of people are on the fence about Michael Hoyt because they like what he brings as far as a pass rusher. But again, within this scheme that Schuler's running, he's obviously likes to use his outside linebackers as coverage guys, and that doesn't fucking fit.
I hate that.
Michael Hoyt. I think we all know that, Ram.
Yep.
It just don't fit the guy. Like, why? We sit here every Sunday wondering why this guy is 10 yards down the field.
The man's what, like 300-some pounds?
My guess is as good as y'all's, man. My guess is as good as y'all.
What in the hell he's checking a tight end for?
But the upside, as far as just overall him rushing the passer, I think he brings a lot to this team.
Hell yeah.
I can see Michael Hoyt coming back on a very reasonable contract, considering that we do have the cap space to be able to bring a lot of the rotational guys back and still be able to go out there and potentially add an impact player on offense, which I feel like this is what this offense is missing. I feel like it's missing that dynamic aspect. Cooper Kupp was definitely dynamic when he was healthy.
Definitely was.
Cooper Kupp obviously has got, took a step back as far as his health, just his overall just production on the field. And it's not to say Cooper Kupp is not the same guy. It's just when shit happens, injuries, it slows you down. Cooper Kupp is 32 years old.
Yeah.
We got to be real about this, Ramsey. Like, Puka Nacua obviously is the wide receiver one.
He's the guy now.
It's just no need to try to keep on crying about it. Like, it's no need to cry about it. We don't need to be Cooper Kupp crybabies.
No, we don't need none of that, Ramsey.
We don't need none of that. We already deal with the Cody crybabies. We deal with them.
We don't want to deal with
that phase is over.
Yeah, that's over now.
So.
And they already stated that he's not going to be long with the Rams. So,
Demarcus Robinson. Now, this is a tricky one because I feel like Demarcus Robinson, low-key, is one of our more valuable offensive pieces on this team over the last couple of years. Just with him playing in the role that he played, wide receiver 3 behind Cooper Kupp and Puka. And, he made the most out of his opportunities. Now, Demarcus Robinson is in his 30s, so obviously you want to tread lightly as far as just overpaying for DeMarcus Robinson at this point of his career, but he definitely brings value to this team.
Definitely does.
And, I always gonna fuck with DeMarcus Robinson.
What's his name, Jalen?
He's no longer a sleeper Robinson. DeMarcus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when it's all said and done, I'll be fine with DeMarcus Robinson coming back to this team.
Yeah.
Medium priority for me.
Yeah, that's definitely a medium priority.
Tutu Atwell, I definitely don't see him back.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
a shame.
It's like, yo, we fuck with Tutu, man. Like you said, it's a shame that he's not getting used properly, bro. Like with his speed and this offense, y'all see it. We all seen it. He be open.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out where did it go wrong? Was it like the preparation? Was it like practice? Was it like too much depth at receiver? I don't think we'll never know like really the true story of the Tutu Atwell and why necessarily that didn't work out. Like I want to believe that he just didn't take advantage of his opportunities, but when he did have opportunities, he was catching the ball, he was moving the chains. I mean, was it his stature? I mean, it's a lot of things. Like I would personally would like to know that, but for whatever reason, Tutu just didn't work for this team. I could see him gone and potentially playing for another team next year and potentially getting a larger role with another team because for whatever reason, he just didn't get a lot of snaps here with the Rams. So,
but shout out to Tutu though.
Yeah, shout out to Tutu.
Your Super Bowl champ.
Hey, he always got that to his legacy. He always got that ring, and it's Tutu, man.
Yeah.
Tyler Johnson could potentially
probably another walk
as well. Neville Gallimore could potentially also be another walk.
He stepped up too.
But he did step up.
He stepped up.
And that's the thing with this, with this team as a whole. It's different guys stepped up all year, but you gotta understand what's your core on defense.
Right.
Like, it's good to have the rotational pieces, and again, that's why I stated, letting Bobby Brown walk. Because you had guys like Gallimore kind of, turning up his play towards the end of the year. I mean, so Joe Noteboom, we're definitely not going to discuss that.
Y'all already know how we feel.
Yeah, he got a $10 million void year, so if we decide we wanted to get rid of him this year, that'll void $10 million off his contract.
Yeah.
I think we all been in the camp of Joe Noteboom, not really necessarily just for whatever reason not clicking.
He's just not working.
He started off as a really good swing tackle. Able to break him out on those, toss, have him go out there and just kind of maul guy. He wasn't necessarily the pass blocking technician that we, thought that he was going to turning out to be. But, injuries, just inconsistent play. I could definitely see this being the last year of Joe Noteboom.
Yeah.
Like this will finally be the end of Joe Noteboom. Like
it's the end, man.
I'm 98% sure that this is the end for Joe Noteboom. Now, there's a slim 2% chance.
98?
Yeah, 98. Yeah, I'm going 98. Like, it's a slim 2% chance that that McVay can bring him back. And I'm hoping that his contract will somehow get reworked. Because I think he got one of the top 5 cap hits on his team, if I'm not mistaken. Which is not cool.
It's not.
It's not cool at all. Or at least he's in the top 6. So I'm not feeling that. And I feel like this is the last dance for Joe Noteboom. Christian Roseboom. He went from no boom to Roseboom in a flash. And I really appreciated his play down the stretch.
Yes, sir.
But we definitely got to get a lot more deeper as far as at that linebacker position. And I don't necessarily see Roseboom as a starter, but I do see him as a very good middle end rotational piece.
Rotational, yeah.
I like Omar Speights a lot.
Yeah,
Omar Speights is graded as one of the higher run stoppers in football.
Yes, he is.
I think he has a higher ceiling right now than
Roseboom.
For sure. And I think if you add if you add another dynamic linebacker as far as in that group, the sky's the limit. Like Nick Bolton, right now is a free agent.
Yeah, Nick Bosa's a free agent
for the Chiefs. Again, the Chiefs, whether they pay him or not, that remains to be seen, or tag him or however.
Oh yeah, I don't think we'll give up Nick, but it's a possibility he will be on the market. And then you got Dre Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw as well. Dre Greenlaw is another option. You got Zach Bond out there in Philly. He's expecting a major payday coming off his All-Pro season.
He definitely getting the bag.
And so, but Roseboom though, he definitely turned his play up towards the end of the year. I thought we gave him a hard time every week because it was deserved.
Definitely.
The guy was straight ass. Like straight ass. Like at the beginning of the year. And I'm glad that he finally, he was able to turn it up. And it wasn't no coincidence that when Spates got in the lineup, he upped his play.
Yeah. Are we getting like the Omar effect?
I just think honestly it was just a better fit than what the fuck we was running. Like Troy Reader and Roseboom, like that was not gonna win games.
That shit wasn't.
That was not gonna win games. We needed a dog.
Yeah.
Like Reader, not going in on him as a human, but as a player, he don't have that dog in him. I'm sorry.
He don't.
Not like Omar Spates. Rosebone was showing that. He was showing that dog to as the year went on. Like, he was making plays. I respected it. Reader made no plays. So
plays.
What's his highlights on this?
I don't know.
But
really don't know.
I mean, does it matter at this point? Like, I'm just hoping that he's not nowhere near this team next year.
I swear they better not bring him back.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Hunter Long, unrestricted free agent as well.
Probably let him walk as well.
Potentially. Yeah. Potentially. Restricted free agents, we got Ronnie Rivers, Jake Hummel. I think Ronnie Rivers will definitely be back potentially with this roster, assuming that we don't go the route of drafting a running back in the draft. But I think Ronnie Rivers has been productive. Consistent is the word that I would say with Ronnie Rivers. Like, he doesn't feel out of place when he's in the offense. I think he kind of got a grasp of this offense and, how it's operated. And I like, Ronnie Rivers, like, and what he brings. Like, he brings a different dynamic to this team. And, he got more snaps towards the end of the year because of the injury with Blake Horn.
Yeah. And,
I mean, I like Ronnie. I like
Ronnie Rivers. I like Ronnie Rivers.
I like Ronnie Rivers. Like, I mean, do y'all like Ronnie Rivers, right?
Drop the comments down below.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, do y'all like any of these guys as free agents? I mean, we gotta bring some of these guys back because I feel like they're good starters to good rotational pieces. Put it that way. But yeah, those are pretty much our free agents. What we kind of sitting at as far as like what we got to sign, who we got to sign. We currently got the first round. We got a first round pick. We got 2 thirds. We got a 4th and 3 6. We got the extra 3rd from the Raheem Morris compensatory pick. So we got 2 day 2 picks. And then we also got the first round pick as well. I did a simulator earlier on a potential Matthew Stafford trade with the Giants, just assuming the Giants wanted to make that trade. And, I would personally do a 1st and a 2nd at some point, within this year, next year, however y'all want to do it.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things, man, where, like, we also got to look at people that can be cut as well, cap casualties. Y'all know how the cap casualties is. Like, now I know how it is. Jonah Jackson is my main one.
Woo! Now, 8.2 million?
What's that?
That's his, if we decide to come, that's our potential saving.
Well, I mean, I look at that as just a free agent signing that just didn't work out. It just didn't work out as far as just for us per se. I mean, especially with the emergence of Bo Lemon towards the, as the year went on. I mean, Jonah Jackson couldn't even stay on the field. First game back, he was getting beat like a drum.
That shit didn't work at all.
Havenstein, 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, gotta look on that side.
He got a top 5 cap hit on his roster.
Yeah.
Definitely a decision to be made with that. You know, especially because he done had some injuries over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Dotson could be looking at a restructuring.
Yeah. 7.7.
I will hope to possibly get that done to a more favorable cap hit number, because that could also help us save cap as well.
Hell yeah.
Tyler Higbee, like
2.6.
Tyler Higbee. You know, but you gotta be real, Ramley.
Gotta be real.
Gotta be real, man. Like, gotta be fucking real with ourselves. Tyler Higbee is a good tight end, but at the number where he's at,
it's not showing. It's not showing.
I mean, it's tough.
I know, you know the injury, but
it's tough. Like, $10 million cap hit.
Yeah,
Tyler Higbee.
Whew.
I mean, it's not nothing crazy.
Nah, but
it's not nothing crazy. It's just like, at the end of the day, man, I'm looking at guys that's actually going to be on the field available. And, we're going to be doing some talking as far as like mock drafts and stuff, but I do see us drafting the tight end, whether it be in the first round or the third round. We don't know. But
I don't know, man.
Hey, we'll have to see. Kyron Williams, he has 1 year left on this deal.
Now they was saying there's a possibility it will be contract talks this season about his contract.
Between who?
Kyron Williams.
Well, I mean, considering that, Saquon, he essentially got, I don't even know how much guaranteed, but it was like 26, like 30-something mil.
Yeah, it was around that range.
I mean, look, running backs, man, they're going to try to get as much guarantees as possible. And they're going to try to get that mostly up front. So, I mean, Kyron Williams is definitely worth top 5 running back money, but it's like, where is that market at? Where is that level at? That's all I'm saying.
The runner back shit is just a cloud.
Like, it's just, with the whole situation with the cap as well, like, considering that we sitting pretty well, where we at about $40 million in cap, assuming we make some other moves and free up cap, because I think while restructuring, releasing guys, potentially cuts, we can get close to almost $80 million in cap, which will put us in that top 5 range as far as just spending wise.
Yeah.
So whether we want to go ahead and do that and still be able to work out the contract with Stafford, it's possible. It is ways to maneuver around the cap. It is ways to maneuver as far as to being able to make your team competitive without gutting it completely.
Mm-hmm.
And Cooper Kupp, as much as I don't want him to go, I feel like we definitely need to be more explosive at the receiver position.
Yeah,
we definitely need more depth and more impact players on the offensive line. We need an impact player at corner. We need an impact player at linebacker. There's guys out there that can make impacts in free agency. You want to be able to set yourself up where you can possibly get at least one of these guys and then just go from there.
Now, in the corner market, now you got Tom Samuel, you got Reed, Brian Murphy, that he actually did go with Minnesota, good corner. And then I heard around the league there's a possibility that Denzel Ward possibly gonna get a trade, or Greg Newsome probably want to actually get a trade. So we can look into that too as well. If the Rams want a lock corner, especially in that depth, because that corner, that's all we've been talking about the whole season, is a cornerback.
Yeah. The best thing about it, though, man, like, we're a young team. A lot of our star defensive guys are not up for contracts at the moment. Quinn Lake got another year on his contract remaining. I would expect, Quinn Lake to receive a nice extension from the Rams, considering what he's able to bring as far as the defense and his versatility, playing in the box, playing, up top.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I expect Quinn Lake to get, be even better than what he was last year. And I thought that he played really well last year. And Sean McVay clearly trusted him, to run the plays, call the plays. And yeah, man, I think, it's going to be a lot of decisions that we're going to have to make. But the good thing about it is that this team is relatively young. And they got a lot of cap flexibility going forward.
Yes,
Again, with the Stafford thing, if they want to extend them, I think they should extend them accordingly, but definitely extend him to, to make sure that he is good.
Yeah,
Because I feel like Matthew Stafford getting paid $50 million doesn't outrage me. Like it doesn't.
It blows my mind.
Like it doesn't outrage me considering we was 15 yards away from the championship game.
That fucking close.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just free agency. Like it's gonna definitely open a lot of opportunities for other players on the team. And yeah, we see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Hey man, it's almost here. Free agent's almost here. So
a couple weeks away, Randy.
We're gonna see what type of moves we're gonna do.
Yeah, man. But that was just a little, overview, kind of preview as far as free agency. Just some guys that we have to kind of pay attention to as far as on the team.
Yeah.
And again, I think Sean McVay and Les Snead, they're going to want to build this team and keep it competitive.
Yeah.
And I think the only way to do that is to find a way to keep Matthew Stafford, period.
Just get him locked in. I feel like once they lock in Stafford, I think everything will be like good and great. Then it could be really focused on what we try to get done.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think Matthew Stafford right now is the biggest domino as far as quarterbacking. I don't think the quarterbacks are necessarily going to, move anywhere, right out the gate because, those guys are going to want to see where the hell Matthew Stafford is going. So
yeah,
that's just what it is, man. But yeah, it's just a short vid for y'all. Just want to go ahead and drop something, let y'all know how we feel about the financial situation, cap situation, free agency,
re-signings.
We will be back soon to kind of address, free agent fits for this team, what we think can possibly be a fit.
On the
squad.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't address this as well. I do expect Darion Kendrick to be a release as well. I ain't being funny, man.
That's true.
It's coming.
That is true.
We saved $3 million by releasing Darion Kendrick.
Hey,
so
we need that $3 million, my guy.
Yeah, we need that $3 million. We need that $3 million, sir.
Please.
Yeah, we need that back right now. Right now.
Like right now.
Right this instant. So, yeah, man.
Shit.
On that note, Ramley, appreciate everybody rocking with the Rams. House TV gang.
Yeah, y'all already know it, man.
Yeah,
y'all fuck with this video. Make sure y'all like it, man.
Hey, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. This is coming off the top, man. This is our personal opinions, man. Hey, anybody that want to collab out there with the Ramshousetv, man, we definitely open for it all off season to talk nothing but Rams football and other Rams, or should I say, other NFL content as well. Me and Snoop, hopefully, we'll be taking the live streaming as far as for the WrestleMania season, hopefully, and get that popping.
Yes, sir.
Because I have my personal opinions on the road to WrestleMania as well, and I know Snoop does, and want to definitely go ahead and put them out there on wax. So
gotta do it.
We got a lot of things we're working on, a lot of different projects. That's why we've been kind of just skimp with the YouTube content.
Yeah.
But again, we're gonna be back.
We're gonna be back in action, man.
We appreciate everybody, Ramley. Season 6 is loading.
Man.
So I hope y'all loading up y'all 6-shot revolvers, y'all 6-shot shotguns, whatever y'all want to do. Like, not provoking violence, but just go out there and just shoot 6 shots for season 6 for the Ramley.
Yes, sir.
So, hey. Hey, on that note, Ramley, before y'all tuck y'all kids to bed tonight, tell them a bedtime story, man. Before y'all watch Luka potentially go and drop 40 on the Dallas Mavericks tonight.
Not too much. That's still my boy.
Whose house?
Rams house.
Gang.
Gang.
Yeah,
geeks.
Remember, man, like, follow, subscribe, Ramshousetv. Gang.
Do it right now.
Yeah, just do it now.
Just do it before I cut it off.
Please do.
Hurry up.
Hey, geeks.
You geeks.